Hey guys, so it's been a little while since I did a live video, and sitting around waiting for my truck to get fixed and waiting to get a bunch of gobblers. So it's been a long day. Students back there laying down, chilling out, doing what students do, I guess. And oh, let's talk update on the truck. Hey, what's up, Gene? I probably pronounced your name wrong. So update on both my trucks, my personal and my company truck, the 2019 KW. So the 29 KW is the transmission is still screwed. Something control board on top of the transmission is bad. I don't know what the acronym was. I'll try to write it down one of these times and let you all know. But basically, it just causes the transmission. This is like way over exposed right here. That's kind of funny looking. Anyway, the transmission is just basically it's not good. So we're waiting to get that control board in there, get that replaced, and that should fix that. And then we'll go from here back down to Texas. I'm thinking my student will finish up. We'll finish up in Texas, but with the way things have been going, we might get stuck out here in New York until he's done. I don't know. Yeah. Hey, dopey duck. Yeah. Oh wait, is that you or is that your wife?
No, that's me.
Oh. My student's now making comments on the video when he's right back there.
I'm naked. What are you doing?
If you're naked, that curtain will be closed, not cracked. If it's open like that, never mind. That is not for this channel. Anyway, so we might be upgrading in Texas. We might be upgrading here in New York. I have really, honestly, no freaking idea. But my brother-in-law did go through the Swiss school in Corsicana, Texas. He's upgraded, or not upgraded, but he has the CDL. He's sitting over at the house, just kind of chilling right now. So he'll be on my truck next, and then I forgot who's next after that. It's on my computer. Don't worry, I got everybody in line. And I'll probably be reaching out to you over on Facebook to just confirm. Also, so if you guys are looking to join with Swift, or you have any questions or anything like that, call Veronica. Her phone number's been in the bottom of the description. I'm actually probably going to do a video just kind of talking about that, because I've had some people asking me about recruiters, this, that, and everything else. She's a Swift recruiter, can answer all your questions and all that other good stuff. And yeah, so that's that. And then the update on my personal truck. It's sitting at a repo yard with attack chicken still. He's actually getting a little upset that it's still there. I can't necessarily blame him. You know, it was supposed to be fixed and out of there by now, but it's still there. So me and possibly the student, if not, it's just going to be me. We'll be getting down there and putting a new ignition in it. I'm going to take it down to Temple, Texas. And when it gets into Temple, Texas, I'm going to just start doing some work on it. I might do some work on the interior, not just where the guy destroyed the steering column, but I might be doing some work on that vehicle. And other stuff, since it's going to be in Temple with me. So we're going to have some fun with that truck. And talking about trucks, I'm probably going to be buying a new vehicle here very, very soon. Now, what kind of vehicle? I'm kind of torn. My brother-in-law, not my brother-in-law, oh my God. My brothers, my younger brother, oh my God. I don't have an older brother. I am losing my mind today. I'm tired. Anyway, I got 3 younger brothers. And 2 of my younger brothers work at a dealership. So I'm going to, pick up a car through them. Possibly a truck. You know, I'm looking at a Dodge truck 1500. Be 4-wheel drive. My truck's only 2, or actually 4 wheels because it is a dually, but only the back axle turns. So I really would like to pick up a truck, but I want to pick up some property. So I've been kind of like this on buying the truck. I don't know. I don't know yet. Yeah, I've been going back and forth in my head. I just gotta get out there, take a look at it, and make a decision. But the vehicle that I have my mom using, it has some problems, mostly in the heat and AC area. And you know, she's not in the world's best of health and everything else, and so yeah, it's mostly, yeah. Anyway, long story short, she's going to be using it, which is why I've been going back and forth between a car and a truck. Other updates, or if you guys have any questions, post them down below and I'll start answering them. I know somebody asked me to do a video about driving in the mountains. Excuse me, driving down mountainsides. I'm going to do that video, but I don't have the GoPro or anything like that because I'm in a loaner truck, so I don't have my laptop, I don't have all my gear, I don't have really much of anything other than the bare minimum, bare essentials, and that's why I've been using my cell phone to do a lot of video recording, so that's why it's not in 4K. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on with that. I'm just trying to think of things y'all might want to know about. If we get stuck up here any longer, we will be able to do some winter driving videos because they're talking about some snow and ice this coming weekend. So yippee, right? Yeah, I mean that's really about it. Do you guys have any questions? If so, this video is going to be like probably one of my most boring ones. Any? Alright, well, going back to the first guy that said a lot of good information. Thanks for watching. You know, I do appreciate it. I try to give my videos a lot of good information to help you guys out. I'm kind of surprised at how many people really do watch my videos. I know I've said that a few times. But I started making videos just for the hell of it, just to have fun. You know, I could actually talk about my life story. I'll do that in a video, though. Because these live streams that I've done so far, they just seem to cut out sometimes. Right around the 10-minute mark. Coming up on that now. Anyway, but kind of give a background on... Actually, I can talk a little bit about that now. I mean, I don't have anything else going on right now. I am one of the few good ones. I appreciate that. Mike Green. I try to do... I try to show people the truth about Swift or trucking in general. What I see, what I do, and what my thought and opinions are, really. I think Swift overall is a good company. You know, they got some good benefits compared to some of the other people I've heard. I haven't worked for any other company, so I really can't say is the grass greener on the other side or not. But what I can say is I've talked to a lot of truck drivers that are working for other companies, and they complain about a lot of things. And the one conclusion I've come down to, because I talked to a lot of people that work for Swift too, is it's not so much the company as it is your mentality and the way that you treat it. If you're looking for an easy dollar, or you're just somebody who complains about a lot of things, you're going to have a hard time here at Swift. You actually have to work. And it's really not that hard. I mean, last month I really took a real big, bad pay cut, I guess you could say, because I was dealing with a lot of Swift student issues. I had one student that was just complete rubbish, and then Yeah, so it was just, I had a lot going on last month, which caused me to lose money, and I ended up taking some home time and everything else. So last month was not where I was hoping it would be. This month, I don't want to say numbers yet, guys. I got a video that's going to come up. I'm going to show y'all miles per week, blah, 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 and cut it all down for y'all. I might actually do that video soon. But anyway, this month my pay is definitely going to be up there. It's going to be a lot nicer. And put more money in the bank. You know, right now I'm getting well into the 5 digits. Okay, I'm past 10 grand, below 20. But getting up there. Got all my credit cards paid off now. So I got about $25,000 worth of credit room there. So, I'm doing pretty good there. Swift has really pulled me out of my debt situation. And that's going to roll into my business that I'm going to hopefully be starting here sometime next year, beginning of next year, getting into automotive lending. It's something I have quite a bit of experience with. And it's actually something I actually enjoy doing. Good income potential. So we'll be talking, different investment strategies, different ways to do paper or play with numbers. Any business anyone does, it's always about the numbers. It's not so much about your business. If you know where your numbers are at and where to capitalize, you can generally make good money. And that's kind of like how I did it with Easy Recycle. For those that know that I had another company. And let's actually talk about that, because numbers is one of those things. I love numbers. But I had a company called Easy Recycle. It was a computer recycling company. And everybody wanted the high-end parts. Memory sticks, not hard drives, but memory sticks, processors, and your server boards. Those things would sell for buku money. But everybody always passed up on the cheap stuff, like power supplies, CDs and floppies, and so forth. And I found that if I bought that stuff, separated it, and processed it, I made a profit. Small profit. But I used that small profit in my favor. And I would turn around and I would buy thousands upon thousands of pounds of it. And we would process it fairly quick. I train my people how to do it real quick. And I went from just being a low-level city guy, taking my stuff down to the city, or to a person in the city, to being a guy that was buying it from all the other, yards in town, to buying it all across the state, to buying it all across the nation, to actually doing international trade. And I built it up from relatively nothing. It's a numbers game, okay? And I want to get back into computer recycling. That's something I do have a lot of passion for. If I do something like that, though, I need to really have property. I need to have my own warehouse, because it's something that you can make some good money at. Oh, nice, Gavin. I think my student is just below you on hours. Hey, how many hours you got? 131?
Yeah, 133.
Okay, yeah, the PA terminal, YouTube subscriber has 160.
Nice.
Yeah, so good job. 160, you're almost there. Couple more days. Yeah, you should be able to do 10 hours a day. That's, 4 days, get that out. But don't go back right at 200 hours. Get like 205, 210. Just because you finally caught me live. Well, thank you for watching. Don't go back right at 200 hours, because sometimes the computer can glitch out, and yeah, it's just one of those things. Make sure you get more than enough hours, just a few, 5 to 10 hours, and you should be golden. You shouldn't have a problem. What's up? Watching from. Right now I'm sitting here in New York City, or not New York City, and New York, Syracuse. I don't know why I couldn't think of Syracuse. I was just over at the Syracuse terminal. I'm over at the Maricold by 90 and 690. Or is that 630? 690. Picking up some chickies. Or actually, they're not live. They're kind of gutless right now. Just picked up the CDL permit book. Yeah, the permit book. Here's the thing. All right, you have to read the whole thing. When you're taking your test, there's this one question. When one car is towing another car with a rope that is X amount of feet wide or X feet long, what color flag needs to be in the center? What the hell do you need to know that for? You're driving a commercial vehicle. You're not going to be sitting there using your pickup truck or your car to pull another car off the road. But you know what? It's in that book and it's on your test. So you better know what color flag it's supposed to be. What color flag it's supposed to be? I don't freaking remember, but it's not red. I think it might be yellow. Do you remember what color that flag is supposed to be?
Which one?
When two cars are towing each other with a rope?
Orange.
Orange? Might be orange. Might be yellow. But it ain't red. It's not red.
I can use a chain.
Well, even if you're using chain, you're still supposed to have a flag if it's X feet long.
I never do.
It's one of those things you're never going to remember. But it's in that book. You got to know it for your test. Yeah. Read the whole book. And I got the book at my house. I forgot to grab it. When I go home here soon, hopefully, I will make sure I grab that book, and we'll kind of go through step by step or each chapter. And I'll kind of do kind of explain it out to a lot more in depth, kind of show white. It's supposed to be white. See? It's one of those things. You don't know what color it's supposed to be until you're reading the book and it tells you, and you're like, oh, that's the color. But it's not red, because I put red and it was wrong. And I'm like, what? So thankfully I passed that stuff. And yeah. Yeah, so that's kind of like how I did it. But when I get to the house, I'll grab the book and we'll kind of go through it, chapter by chapter, page by page type thing, kind of explaining some of the things that they say in there. There's something. Okay, here's another thing. They say when you're dropping a trailer, you're supposed to put the landing gear all the way to the ground, then put it in low gear, and then jack up on the trailer. No, don't do that. This is not a bumper pull trailers, guys, or a gooseneck. With a fifth wheel trailer, you drop the trailer and you pick up the trailer. The reason why you do that is so that you don't jump the fifth wheel. The kingpin can sometimes get onto the, what I like to call the frog. It's not what it's called, but it looks kind of like really fat frog legs. Fuck, I want frog legs now. Anyway, the two pieces that come in down like this, the kingpin can ride up on top, and then it can ride up and over your plate. That's if the trailer's too high. When the trailer is low and you're picking up that trailer, there's going to be zero gap there. So you don't even have to get out and look to see if there's an air gap or light gap. It can't be there. And then when you're doing your tug test, in the book it says you're testing the fifth wheel connection. Yeah, I guess you are testing the fifth wheel connection. But the fifth wheel connection is the last thing I'm worried about. I'm actually pulling on that trailer. And I mean, I'm pulling on that thing, because I want to test the brakes on the trailer. If those tires start turning or, following me around, them brakes ain't no good. Okay? And so you tug test the living crap out of these trailers. If that trailer starts following you, it's not good. Okay? And I found that when you do that, you don't necessarily always have to climb underneath there and check the brakes. That's one of the things I have to be careful with. You know, some of you guys may or may not know, but I had suffered a severe back injury. Okay, and so me crawling around on my back, hands and knees, this, that, and everything else, it's not something I can do very easily. So I've had to learn how to be very efficient in my trailer inspections. Being able to look, from left side and look at the right side, or how to test the braking system on the trailers. And there's a few things like that that I teach my students when they get in my